Mealtimes can be stressful for parents of picky eaters. But what if they didn't have to be? In this video, we'll go from food fights and mealtime battles to happy family dinners. So let's dive right in. Picky eating is often tied to mealtime power struggles, which means there are probably some patterns happening at mealtimes that are contributing to the tension. Before we can solve a problem, we need to get to the root cause. Now that you understand the underlying causes of your child's picky eating, it's time to take action. Start by setting a good example. Model the behavior you wanted to see in your child by showing them how much you enjoy trying new foods. The one golden rule for picky eating is this: don't make food the battleground. This is a great way to introduce new foods to your child. All you need is a plate divided into 4 sections and some colorful food markers. Place a small portion of a new food in one section of the plate and let your child explore it with their fork. If they don't like the taste, they can simply move on to another section of the plate. This method helps kids feel in control of their eating experience, while still allowing them to try new things. It may take time for your child to warm up to new foods, but with your encouragement and support, they'll eventually get there. Plus, when you focus on the positive and avoid power struggles, you'll create a more enjoyable mealtime experience for everyone. So don't worry if it takes time. Keep trying and stay positive. By avoiding power struggles and focusing on the positive, you can create a more enjoyable mealtime experience for everyone. Kids are more likely to try new things when they feel a sense of ownership or control. So give your child options whenever possible. For example, let them choose between 2 healthy proteins for dinner or ask them to help prepare a meal. By involving them in the process, they'll be more invested in the outcome and more likely to try new things. Then ask, "Are you hungry now?" If they say yes, offer them a healthy snack option. If they say no, wait 15 minutes and ask again. Repeat this process until they accept a snack. This is a good way to make sure that your child is getting the nutrition they need, while also respecting their hunger cues. You can also make mealtimes more fun and engaging. Try playing music, telling stories, or having everyone at the table share something they're grateful for. Use cookie cutters to make fun shapes or arrange food in an interesting pattern on the plate. There will be times when your child simply isn't hungry, no matter how much you coax them to eat. If this happens, don't force it. Just clear the table and let them eat when they're ready. Otherwise, you could end up creating a negative association with mealtimes. You can also involve your child in the process by letting them help set the table or arrange the food. When we make positive changes in our own behavior and the environment, kids are more likely to follow suit. So ask yourself, why is my child being so difficult at mealtimes? Is it because they're hungry, or is it because they want to assert their independence? Or maybe it's a sensory issue or something else entirely. Digging deeper will help you come up with more targeted and effective solutions. For instance, if it's a sensory issue, you might try making the food more appealing by cutting it into fun shapes, or arranging it in an attractive way on the plate. Perhaps you notice your child gets upset when it's time for dinner, or maybe they always leave food on their plate. Once you've detected those patterns, take a close look at how you respond. Are you getting drawn into a power struggle? Do you find yourself pressuring, nagging, or arguing with your child about food? Recognizing these pressure traps is the first step to breaking free from them. How to detect mealtime patterns and pressure traps. First, we need to understand our enemy. How to define what's really causing the problem. How to direct a new food culture in your home. How to respond when your child refuses food. One of the hardest parts of dealing with a picky eater is knowing how to respond. When they refuse to eat, on one hand, you don't want to cave in and give them something else, but on the other hand, you don't want to have a big blow-up. So what's the solution? Try the following. Stay calm and matter-of-fact. Avoid getting into a power struggle by giving choices, saying things like "you can eat this" or "that sets up a win-lose scenario." Instead, try "this tastes great. Which do you want to eat first?" This gives your child a sense of control over the situation while still allowing them to try new things. And remember to be patient. It may take several attempts before your child is willing to try new food. The one golden rule to reduce mealtime stress instantly. Now let's look at the try-plate method. Here's another tip: reduce resistance through ownership and control. Next, we need to understand kids' psychology around food. Kids often eat with their eyes first, so make food look fun and appealing. And finally, know when to walk away. When they say "I'm not hungry," 5 minutes after you clear the table, give them a snack. Remember, patience is key when dealing with a picky eater. If you found this helpful, stay tuned for more parenting tips. See you next time.